Yo, what's up, everybody? 2022 edition back in the house. It's negative degrees outside. It's cold, but we're going to be bringing that heat to you today. I got my man, Brian McCue, one of the rock stars, killing it this year for us. And we're just going to give you a little background into his story, why he came on. It's a big year for us. And with that being the beginning of the year, we're also going to get into goal setting and setting goals and why it's important to read books. And this year, we're kicking it off with the book club. So we'll talk about that a little bit, and we'll get right into it. But just remember, if you're not following me, go follow me right now. You can find me on Facebook, Daniel Joseph, Savage Grind, Instagram, Savage Grind, of course, TikTok. We love TikTok, Savage Grind _. Look me up, hit me up, and message me, and let's get up, right?
Let's get it.
Brian, my man, so you came into Savage. You've been a part of our team for now a little over 6 months. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to bring you on to highlight your story, talk about, what made you come over, what decisions that you have to make to come into sales, and talk about, how you're winning here for us.
It's been a journey. With the new year going on, it was about New Year's resolutions. I've never been a person that kind of believed in resolutions,
right.
But I kind of went into it, and my resolution was, don't be content and comfortable. I've never done sales. I come from construction background, new construction. Sales was always, it's definitely not being comfortable.
Right.
Found, honestly, a Facebook page,
Love
videos.
it.
I think the first video I heard was like, stop being content or comfortable, something along that line. I was like, it was perfect.
I call it guerrilla marketing, and it works for even recruiting, right? Yeah. So, and that's literally like you have been an epitome of that, and you've been a great example to a lot of salespeople that are in the organization right now that look up to, because it seems for the past really like 3 months, you've been accelerating in your sales. Every month you're getting more, you're getting better. Your paperwork, we just rewarded you with an award to the D2D Con. Shout out to Sam Tagger at D2D Con. So you won that prize to come out with us and spend some time in Utah with us at D2D Con. And it was because you're a great example for someone that follows through the process and gets uncomfortable, goes out there, hits the doors, follow-ups with your leads. You're doing cold con. You're doing everything that is required of you, and you're doing a great example. Like, how did never coming from sales back, not having that real sales background? Like, how did you find your way and your little way of closing deals with us here? Because I think you've gravitated and picked up everything very, very quickly.
Honestly, it's just everyone tells you, what they, want and need. It's just listening. Everyone, I'm not a great talker. I don't do that.
Right.
I listen. I work hard. I'm not going to let anyone outwork me. It's just, that's what it comes down to. It's just working hard, keeping on top of stuff.
I love that, man, because that's so true, and you see that every day, right? People that have extraordinary talents, and those people that are maybe above average in certain areas, and it goes how to, and what I always preach on, you can always trump talent with hard work, right? And you're a great example of that, because you're not just talk, right? But you come in with the deals. You're like, man, I got 7 deals this week. I got 6 deals. And it's like, you're putting in the work, you're putting in the grind. And that shows people that are nervous and maybe scared to get in sales, because maybe they think, oh, I don't have that gift to gab, or I don't have that swagger, or I don't have that confidence. You're someone that came into this and you're saying hey, I'm just a great listener.
Yeah.
I'm just a really good listener. I know when to shut up, right?
Even door knocking, you door knock first time, you knock on door, they say, they have an objection. You're like, oh no, okay. Listen to it, and then just watching other people, just listen to how they overcome stuff, and then just make it in your own. And
Yeah.
every person I've watched door knock and how they've overcome an objection. And okay, how can I use that? How can I just listen to everyone, what everyone does?
Yeah.
You know, take a little piece from everyone.
And
That's
that's
what I do.
great advice out there, right? So you're new to sales, or you're thinking about going into sales, right? There is no real one all solution to knocking doors, right? You could take content from everybody and make it your own, right?
Yep.
And that's what's important. And within that, and with it being the first of the year, that should be like your goal, right? If you're gonna go out and start in the career of getting on the doors or getting in sales, is absorbing as much content from other people, right? For us at Savage right now, at the beginning of the year, we started our book club up again, and right now we're reading Be Obsessed or Be Average. And it's phenomenal because I love the book. Thus far, we're in chapter 4 today, and it's him talking about his background, right? He was obsessed and he had addictions in the beginning. Grant Cardone, we've had the opportunity to meet Grant Cardone more than a handful of times, and phenomenal person because he's a real person that comes from upper middle class, and most people think he comes from money, but he has a lot of the daily struggles of being average and having these obsessive addictions, and he fights through it. And he's talking about the book he took from one obsession of that was a negative, and then making it a positive and just being obsessed. You said today a takeaway from the book from chapter 4. You want to talk about that takeaway, because I think that takeaway is huge.
It was you don't have to like what you do to love what you do.
Absolutely. And I think here that hits home, especially if you're going out knocking on doors, right? You're cold calling people. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it at all to get really good at it and start loving it. Because I found once you start winning at knocking doors and you start winning, you start getting those paychecks, trust me, you start loving it, because it's like, hey, in the beginning, I was scared to get out that main door, that car door, that truck door. That's the hardest door to overcome and object. But once you get past that door, it's like, man, it's game over. And you learn to love it because those are going to resonate to big paychecks, right? And you've been a great example. So, Brian, you tell a little bit more about your backstory real quick. And like, you talked about how your New Year's resolution to come in and do sales. Is there any more that's like makes you want to work hard?
Just family, I guess.
Yeah.
I just I'm not too sure. It's just
You're just a man with a plan.
Life is, everyone has their story, and I want to succeed, and overcome the things I've had to go with. And there's no better, job than this, is where if I want to make 6 figures plus, I can. It's only me in the way,
Right. Damn, that's deep. I love that, and that's real true, because the opportunity is for everybody out there, but it's like the only person that's really holding you back is you, right? And I did a TikTok, or I found a TikTok where it was talking about everybody's worried about what everybody else is doing, but I'm only trying to worry about what I'm gonna be a better version of me, right? And then what's my man's name? Ed Milet. Ed Milet is always talking about striving to be the better version of yourself every year. Every year, when I'm 40 years old, I'm chasing after that 40 better version of me at 41. I better not be the same, right? So that's kind of like the epitome of where we try to stretch and teach on for everybody that comes in our culture. Is like, man, we got to get better. This year's goals are big, hairy, and scary. Like, you got to be afraid of it, but you got to get better today. And we're doing that by reading books, right? And showing that in the company. But man, so I really appreciate you coming on. I want my audience to see, that you don't have to be like a rock star, swaggy car salesman type to come and do sales. It can be anybody, and we have a very supportive culture. And Brian's a great example of that. And where can they find you on social media and hook up with you? And maybe somebody wants to get a quote from you.
Can reach out on Instagram or Facebook, Brian McCue. I got a Facebook page, Brian McCue Legendary Adjusting.
Boom.
You can reach me on Facebook. All that's on there, or Instagram, Brian McCue 11. Straightforward.
Cool, awesome. So there you have it. My man Brian, he's definitely not being average. He's going out there crushing it for us, being savage. I love it. Hopefully you guys got some value and some insight out of that. If you can, go subscribe to the page. Go like, leave a comment in there. Since it is the new year, I'm doing something special for you guys. If you like and follow my page right now and you go to my TikToks, shoot me a message. I'm going to send you guys a planner. I have a Savage planner that I give out to my team, but I'm going to open up the doors to you guys out there that want to make a difference in your family, want to make a difference in your community. I'll give you a daily planner so you can write down your goals. So with that being said, I love y'all. And like I always say, don't be average. Go be savage. Doses.